I'm always on this side.
Are you good now?
I'm good. Are you good?
You need to fluff anything?
No, my hair kind of probably needs to be fluffed a little bit, but
Because you don't have mermaid looks.
you know,
You should believe. You should believe in the magic of being a mermaid.
of fluffing.
Oh my goodness! No, that's not talk for free spirit.
No,
It's not a talk for free spirit. She did
We're
not
talking
talk
about hair
about fluffing on free spirit talks.
We're talking about hair fluffing.
As sex and relationship coaches, we cannot use the term fluffing casually. Would you care to fluff the audience?
No, I'm good. I'm good. So, hello.
Hello, this is Addison Bell.
And this is Kendall.
I am a mermaid, not Kendall. I am a mermaid today. I'm in my mermaid power.
Okay, cool.
All right, go.
You
All
go,
right, okay.
my little mermaid.
It's my little pony. I'm going to get on his motorcycle and like go around. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, we are talking about belief, as the mailman probably is going to walk up and ring the doorbell. I hope not. That's ding dongs are. Oh, kept going. Yeah, no interruptions. Just us. No, we are talking about belief. Just effing believe.
Just effing believe.
Effing believe. So what are we supposed to believe in?
Ourselves and in...
That seems a little self-centered to just believe in yourself, to love yourself.
I know. Yesterday I posted a picture of a bow on my head and I said, I'm a gift to the world. I got called conceited. Because apparently...
This person really knows you.
Yeah. Really knows me. Really knows me. And I was like, actually I do. Like, I think we get told that, like, if you believe in yourself, if you have any, like, woo-woo, like, I'm a good person, that you are conceited, you are self-centered, you are selfish, and it's said in a negative way.
Right.
But it is important to believe. We're going into a new decade. We have Christmas and Hanukkah's going on and other holidays that people celebrate right now. And there is like this magical energy. And I think it is important to like look at like the way we believe within that. And then also we're going into a new decade and we don't have any free spirit talks before the new decade. And so it is like, what are you going to believe in? Because it's a choice.
It is. And, and as we go into that new decade, the new year with, 2020 right there, just days away in truth. January 1st comes around and everybody's recovering from December 31st. And then January 2nd and 3rd happen. And people, after they've recovered from the New Year's bash, they go, what do I want for this year? So the goal setting, all the intentions start happening, and we make these promises to ourselves, which I'm always
we
like
overbelieve,
right?
We overbelieve in what we can act.
Well, here's
we're gonna do.
No, people don't even believe what they're saying.
No, they don't.
It would work if they believed
it, but they don't really believe.
But they don't.
They're saying they believe it.
They're stating that they want this stuff, but the underlying program is, I can't really have that. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Things never work out for me. I want to make this amount of money. I want to call in my soulmate. I want to have the body of my dreams. I want to, have the job, whatever it is that they're looking at, the changes that they want to make. But they really don't believe that it's possible because they're looking at the evidence of yesterday instead of the belief for the future. Today. Right. Instead of like really focusing in on today and, hey, I'm happy today. Today I feel confident. Today I feel turned on to this. Today I, I'm looking at life and I'm like, wow, here's my desire. I don't know about you, but I keep asking people about desire over the last few weeks. Like that has probably been one of my primary coaching questions. Which is what do you desire? And I'm getting the exact same look from 9 out of 10 people. Like,
or that should be easy. That should be an easy one, but I know it's not.
but it's not.
Yeah.
I should have an answer for that, but I don't. You know, and then I change to, what do you want? And they struggle with that too. Like, what do you want? And everybody's like, well, there's things I want, but I can't ask for that. I can't ask for that. Well, where's the belief?
The belief is you can't ask for it.
The belief is that I can't ask for it. The belief is, oh, I can't desire that. I told a man the other day, I was like, what do you desire? What do you desire? And I could feel the constriction moving through him of actually speaking his desire, speaking his want. And of course, then I went to, what do you need?
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I know we both use that same kind of coaching line of, what do you desire? What do you need? What do you want? Mm-hmm. And moving into the need, people will be like, oh, well, you know, and it's kind of like that cringing moment of like, I can't ask for this either, because I don't ever get what I need. I don't get what I need.
And that's a belief.
And that's a
belief.
Right.
Yesterday, I actually did a whole Addison Unleashed on our beliefs of ourselves and how we go, oh no, I love myself, I believe in myself. But then what we're actually verbalizing is the exact opposite. Like, I'm stupid, I'm silly, I'm over emotional. And that is truly our belief, where we're like, no, I believe in myself. No, I love myself. And it's like, no, you really don't. You're not really actually believing in yourself. What you're believing is this negativity over here, instead of your true power and your truly owning it. I think we have a lot of fake belief. It's like, no, I believe that. No, I believe that. It's like, if it's not showing up in your world, then you don't fully believe it.
Just, today's Monday, right? So just yesterday, 2 days ago, Steve and I were driving off to go to dinner with his family and stuff, and we were talking about goals and belief and like desires for 2020. We're talking travel, and we were talking about all this different stuff. And he asked me a question about, he's like, I don't see you journaling that much right now. And I said, actually, I've not really journaled much at all. You know, and he's like, well, why not? And I realized, intimacy share here, I realized that at the beginning of the year, I was sitting down and I was doing the action of the journaling. But every time, and I was writing beautiful affirmations and beautiful things to manifest into my life, of which a lot of it I have, but I was seeing it break down in negative fashions. And I realized that I might be writing this out, but I wasn't believing what I was writing. So I was focused in on a negative program had a hold of me. So I just completely released it, because I was actually manifesting the negative, because I was taking this 15-20 minutes of journal time.
I must do this.
And I must do it. I turned it into a duty. I put it into a negative format. And even though my words that I was writing were positive, I had more negative energy about it. And the back program that I was not even able to catch in that moment was, no, you can't have that. That's not true. Scarcity and fear and everything like that was coming up for me. So I completely released the exercise of journaling for a period of time. I mean, like, now I'm picking it back up, because I'm like, now I'm in a completely different space. I've done a lot of it. It's just like, people, come on, Olivia, hold on.
I think also there's this belief. I think you're kind of right on that, and you had these desires. You were writing all these desires, trying to manifest things, and your belief didn't match your desires. And I think people do that all the time. We want to believe, and so we're like, no, I'm gonna just push at this. I'm gonna believe. But we're actually working so hard that we're actually retracting from the thing that we're so badly wanting, because we're wanting to believe, but we're just not in alignment. And so, in truth, letting it go
opens up the channel, changing the focus, and what I knew that I needed to do when I had the realization, this epiphany of like, oh man, I am actually causing the reverse to happen because of my resistance to what I'm writing down. It wasn't that I couldn't have it. It's just that I wasn't in alignment to it. My energy wasn't vibing at that level. I wasn't connected to it. It was still a desire, a want, needs, all that stuff were in there. But in that letting go of it, what I did was I took my attention and I applied my focus to things of the present moment. I focused in on, different things that I could feel good about, that I could really just kind of lean in and completely let go of this process over here, which took the energy. It took it a little bit, but it took the energy, that momentum toward the negative, just started to soften, and it just went like that. And then over time, I started to actually see the things that I was writing manifest. I was like, oh, here it is. It's coming in now, because I took the focus off of the actual act of trying to force it to happen. My attention became like a forcing instead of just entering the flow. Right. So I had to figure out how to release that restriction and get back into the flow, which meant actually stopping a very valuable practice that I preach, that I have done all my life. But there are moments that I've like had to step away.
Yeah.
It's just like I had to move away. And this was one of those moments of just like, okay, for the next however long it is, I'm not setting a timeline on this. I'm just going to let it be. And opened up the channels again. So that's awesome. That's my take on belief.
Yeah, and I think you bring up a point of like, we can't force ourselves to believe, and I think we try, and it's not possible to, if we're like push into a belief, you're not going to believe it. And so it is better to just refocus on the things you really can believe in, and soften it a little bit. So if you're going into the new year and you're like, no, I believe I can have, what just popped in my head is like a 6-figure multi-figure business, then if your belief really isn't there, it's better to just be like, no, I believe I can start my business. I believe I can make a little money in my business this year. Instead of going, oh, I'm going to go from nothing, not even having a business, to I'm going to be, multi-six.
I was doing a business coaching appointment the other day with a woman, and I said, how about we look at like doubling your income for 2020? And she goes, well, I don't know if I can really. I was proud of her because she admitted, hey, I don't believe that I can do that. I don't believe that I can do that. I can't get on board with that. And I was like, okay, thank you for owning that. And she's like, but maybe, she's like, what if I, increase my hourly rate by this much? And it's like an incremental step. But that's once she sees that growth and, hey, my clients aren't running away from me, like that, then it's like up a little bit more, up a little bit more. And the reality is that she might actually double her income if she focuses in on what is tangible to her, what she can actually believe in, but still just push a little bit of an edge so that there's that little woo feeling, because that's where the magic is that raggedy edge. There's a little bit of magic, but you have to have the belief of at least 90-95%. And then you hit that raggedy edge, and that's where that breathing space, that's where you go, whoa, now I'm trusting. Now I'm going to have the faith to really catapult myself.
And I think you have to believe in magic and miracles in your life. I think you have to believe that I think there's universal laws you really have to get on board with. Of like, no, yes, like good things can come. Like things are always flowing. Like how things are right now aren't how they are always going to be. And I think people they try to go too big sometimes. And that's not saying like, oh, like tame down your goals. I don't believe in that either. Like I'm overusing the word belief. I'm not on board with going, oh, well, you should just simmer down. Like that's just too big of a goal. If you can get on board with like a really freaking amazing big goal, then go for it.
Do it.
Like if you truly are in alignment and truly believe and you're passionate and you're in desire and you're excited about it, then go for it. But if you're going, no, I believe, then you're not. You would be better to just tame it down a little bit and have that raggedy edge of going. But then you also have to believe that you're worthy of magic and miracles and things coming into your world. I think that is the beauty of like, we're looking at, we're literally looking at Christmas right now. Like you guys can't see it, but we're literally looking at about half
Christmas tree.
Yeah. We're literally looking at Christmas presents right now. But I think that's the beauty of Christmas particularly, is that children, when they see Christmas, like, they believe that they are getting Christmas presents, and they believe in the magic. They don't go like, they might go, well, you know, is Santa going to get me this, and ask for things, but at the end of the day, they believe that there's going to be something freaking amazing under the tree for them. They believe in the magic of it, and that's something that we lose as we get older. And so, yeah. Just all about belief. So you just need to get in alignment with your belief and believe in something. Believe in something.
You know, at the end of the day, I think that the most important thing, in my opinion, there's like a few things that are so important to believe in. Number one, to believe that there is something greater than self at play. Yep. And I'm not going to use any specific words something around greater. That. Just something greater than self at play. Something greater that, you know, make sure that we don't go flying into that hot ball of gas out there, you know? And it's more than just gravitational pull lined up perfectly. What keeps all of that in order? What keeps the expansion of the universe going? You know, what birthed consciousness? Because we have consciousness. Mm-hmm. So if we just believe in consciousness alone, and for the most scientific minds out there, to just look at, like, what does consciousness have to play in the creation of our world? And we live in a space in time where science and, you know, spiritual belief are coming together, are actually supporting each other. And
tons of research.
And it's just a beautiful time to live in around that. So consciousness is creation. And through that creation, there is always forward momentum. We're not evolving backward. We're evolving forward, right? Right? So we're moving forward. And in the forward movement of stuff, when we just believe that we're always moving forward, that consciousness is at play and the creation, and that our consciousness plays a role. So F self-love on this one, just believe that my consciousness plays a role in the development of the future for my life. For my life journey, my life path. Just that belief alone. And then if you want to expand it out just a little bit, have a little bit of like, hey, get a little self-centered. Put a bow on your head. No, just
I am a gift
to
the
bow
world.
on your head. Not even to believe that you're a gift to the world, but to not even take it to that level. As beautiful as that is, and
I was totally joking in the post yesterday.
But the reality is that I think that both of us have that belief that everybody is a gift.
gift.
We all have a purpose. Yes. We all have something to offer, you know, this time of existence, this world. And the more that we actually believe that we have a purpose, the more we have something to offer. Yeah. The more we have self-love. But when we expand into that self-love and just to have the belief in self, that right there, it's like, you know, I hear a lot of times, oh, well, if it's going to be, it's up to me. All right, well, great. Let's actually make use of that. If it's going to be, it's up to me. So that means what? Not that I can't have healthy boundaries, not that I can't ask for my needs, not that I can't ask for things that I want or that I desire, or even delegate some things out to people and, you know, and lean on people in certain times. But if it's up to me, it's going to be. That means that I, of my world, of my life path, make a decision to choose what to focus on. Mm-hmm. So that's the only form. I mean, it's just like higher, some sort of consciousness outside of self, and then this consciousness inside self. Those two things, if you just believe on that and that there's this forward momentum moving. Yeah, and the other belief is like, do I believe that I should be focusing on what makes me feel good? What is a good feeling, good energy? Or do I focus in on pain and suffering and victimhood and blame and guilt and jealousy and you know, all of this self-sabotaging egoic patterns? Because
do I believe in my ego, or do I?
Right. And anything that, you know, it's like, is it Einstein? Whatever it is. I think it's Einstein. Where attention goes, energy flows, right? And in the creation process. And that right there is just like, well, if we're focusing in on the negative, well,
you're going to get more of it.
You're going to get more. And if you focus on the positive, then you're going to get more positive. It's like, wouldn't you like to give the odds? What side of it do you want to give favor to?
I'll give favor to the positive.
Right. Like at least give it a little tilting.
And that's not saying that you can't acknowledge like your negative emotions and things, but it's choosing to believe in this side of the spectrum at the end of the day.
Yeah. Choosing
to believe there is good. Choosing to believe there is this positivity and this light in the world on the other end of things. So.
And this is a tough time of the year for a lot of people to focus in on positive because there's a lot of upheaval. There's a lot of stress. There's we're dealing with fights. We're dealing with fights. We're dealing with a lot of extra financial pressure, extra time pressure, extra energy.
But the truth is, that's all comes from a lot of that comes from our belief systems about the holidays. We have to buy presents for people. We have to do this, and those are beliefs. Like we have to go to that family dinner. We have to do,
and you don't have to do any of it. Number one, you don't have to do any of it. Number two, you have a right to pick and choose what you do and what you don't do, and you can set your standards and your boundaries around whatever makes you feel good for this year. Because guess what? Next year might be different.
Yeah.
Next year might be very, very different. And it's just getting right with wherever you are in this moment in time. So,
yep.
Just effing believe and make a decision, but just choose what to believe. This side or this side. What side of the coin are you going to put your attention on?
And I suggest everybody really, before the new year, like look at your belief systems more than your goals. Like look at your belief systems that you want going in. Look at where you're going to focus your energy on, not some stupid resolution that you're not going to keep because you don't truly have the belief behind it. But really look at where your belief structures are and where you can alter them, because when you change a belief system, you really do change your entire world. So that would be my little bit of homework for everybody.
So what do you have to offer for the new year?
What do I have to offer? I have many things to offer.
Since you're such a gift to the world, what does the gift have to offer?
So
never mind, we don't want to hear about that.
I have my ELF Holiday Madness sale going on still, but there's only like 2 more days, and then you guys are SOL. Yes, I said that. And then we're starting the new year off with the
Tantra Reboot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tantra Reboot. And then I have all these women's circles going on locally. I have solo Tantra going on online. Mine, and I'm going to speak for you too, our schedules as far as events and workshops and things going on. We have at least 2 events every single week going on for the next
Between
2
local
to 3 months.
And online stuff, the next 90 days is definitely packed. I mean, I'm still in the process of doing my write-ups and everything, but there's just a massive, beautiful, annual stuff that we always do, like the Tantra Reboot for our local people around here. That is coming up, and that's just, I think this is our 3rd or 4th year already doing that. I can't believe I'm saying that, but already our 3rd or 4th year doing that. And then pairing with Sarah's Secrets and Common Sense, we've got a panel talk coming up from them. So any of you local people that know about Sarah's Secrets and Common Sense, we've paired up with them. So we've got beautiful talks going with them every time this year. Some workshops. Then there's amazing online stuff. I think my first online one is Superwoman Success Secrets that is coming out. And then I've got a beautiful Pathways to Relationships, which will be an online as well event and a local event. I'm doing that one in both ways just to make sure that I hit everything. So there's just like some beautiful, beautiful movement activities and events.
Lots of shit going on.
Lots and lots of stuff. So jump on either her calendar, my calendar, because we've kind of paired those together.
So that whoever wants,
wherever you land,
you will see.
You know what's going on both sides of the spectrum, event-wise at least.
Yeah, and then Max is coming at the end of
That's right.
January,
and this is like my 9th or 10th year hosting. 9th year? 10th year? I don't remember.
But those slots go like this.
Yeah.
So
calendar is not up on that yet, but it will be probably by the end of this week. My goal is to have that all lined up, and we are going to be doing a shamanic a shamanic journey for Saturday night with Max this year, which will be really, really cool to just kind of like really get into a beautiful 2020 vision of the year.
Yeah. And if you're in Plano, I have a free event going on once a month now for us ladies.
So
Aphrodite,
cool. It's gonna be awesome.
Aphrodite Sisterhood Circles, all about embodying our sex, embodying our power, really connecting and doing so in a positive way. We're not going to be sitting there in a circle and talking about all our negativity. This is going to be an uplifting event. It's a free event, so jump on my calendar if you're interested. So, all right, guys, have a happy holidays.
Yes. And we will see you in our personal live streams, but
in 2020,
in the new year for Free Spirit Talks.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.